Well, you might want to put your puppers on a leash, because welcome back to Late Night Conspiracies, everybody. Let's jump right into it. It's been a minute, right? If you're new, you do not have to subscribe. You do not have to like the video. I post random stuff, but get this. We got new UFO footage. We also got some old stuff that is re-emerging. We got a bunch of stuff. You're gonna get some tonight. Relax. You are gonna get some tonight. First of all, we got this video. Yes, sir. We're diving right into it. You didn't see that coming, huh? Now, this one is claimed to be captured in Florida. Look at that. There's no audio to it, but look at that. So you're looking at the zoom version. I mean, let's be real. I mean, looks like a bag of chips just floating around. A bunch of Doritos on fire by the looks of it. Cannot make much from it. Do you call this thing a plasmoid? Do you call this thing an orb? Do you call it a UFO? I mean, it does not look like... I mean, it does look... I mean, technically it's a UFO, unidentified flying object. But what do you make of it? It's just super odd shape. It's glowing as well, and it does not seem like this is reflection. Unless it's an AI video. I don't think it's an AI video. Can be a CG video. Let's be honest here. Because we living in the times of deception, everybody. We living in 2025. Maybe you're watching this video in 2050. Let us know how it's going, boo. But yeah, so this is our first one. Now the second one, shit. Maybe some of you have seen this go viral as well, because people have been talking about it, and there's a little bit of commentary. 8 second long. Roll it.
That looks like the cruise ship flipped over and it's shaped as a fish now. That looks like the cruise ship flipped over and it's...
Like he says, something flipped over, couldn't make anything out of it. Now it's claimed that this one was captured on the coast or around the coast of Miami. Oh shit! Around the coast of Miami. Let me know where you guys are at though. I've been to Miami once, and let me tell you, man, I love Miami, bro. Like, only been there once for like a weekend with my homies. So yeah, Miami is great. Let me know what's the best city to be in if you're like in America in general. Let me know in the comments. But I would say Miami was amazing. So yeah, shout out to you if you live there. I mean, shout out to you if you even don't live there. Shout out to all of you, but extra shout out to the people that live in Miami, okay? But yeah, like this, I mean, it's kind of tough, man. I mean, is it like alien twats just chilling there with their parking brakes on, maybe munching on some of that Doritos, maybe lighting up a doobie? Don't be rolling those fat doobies, guys. But yeah, looking kind of suspect, okay? Moving on! Now, this one was captured in Bristol, Connecticut, April 3rd, 2025, 8 p.m. Shit. And you see like a triangular, or, I mean, triple lights in the sky. It's kind of rotating as well. Is it one object? Is it like 3 objects? Yeah, like hard to say, man. But that's the thing, man. Like, if this is UFO and it's been controlled by alien twats and these bozos, yeah, come down, man. Come down. Come down in the name of the law. In the name of the law. They need to come down in the name of the law. I be saying this, man. Trump putting tariffs on the wrong countries, bro. Tariff these twats out there. Tariff these aliens, man. Or maybe he put tariffs on them because nowadays we haven't been getting too many UFO clips. Let's be real. Maybe the tariffs are real. Maybe the Trump canceled their passport, so they no longer have their galaxy passport. Maybe that's why they cannot come down. But now, honestly, jokes aside, interesting footage nonetheless. Yeah, I got that, like, that TikTok music, so shout out to Interstellar and Barry Step. Check this out, roll it.
Right, we got a strange piece of footage coming from Egypt, and there's a strange object floating over the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, right? So this orb type thing kind of travels across and then splits off into these multiple different things. And we're just going to watch a piece of footage here and kind of analyse what's going on.
Pyramids have been in a conversation for minute.
Oh my god.
You got like an orb here, another one above that.
Mom, get the camera!
Is it on fire? Is this something burning up and then kind of splitting off?
Yeah, that twat moving.
Oh my god.
He released that.
But then there's also something following it from above as well. It's kind of tracking it, and then it splits off.
Holy crap.
And then notice the movement patterns as well, okay? It's breaking off, it's moving, and then things on the backside kind of go backwards and then float off behind it.
I'm out! Cover me, I'm reloading!
I don't know, man.
Let me
or
get
is it something more?
My Deagle! Let me get my Canadian
What is
Deagle
that
here.
about? You guys let me know, man.
That almost looked like the formation they were making was an arrow pointing directly at the pyramid. Honestly though, with the way those things sync up and fall into formation like that, my first thought was drones. We see drones do that all the time. And with the uptick in interest surrounding pyramids after all those new scans just got released, I could totally see someone doing something like this with a bunch of drones as a prank to try to capitalize on all this free attention.
So yeah, the video seemingly is legit, but it could be drones, right? Check this one out. Shout out to Lab 360 roll.
Number 11. UFO in Spain vanishes in seconds. This particular sighting got a lot of social media attention, mainly as it took place near the party capital of the world, Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Tourists were enjoying the calm ocean atop a cliff
that?
in the evening, at the S. Vidra Island, near Ibiza. Surprisingly, a half-crescent moon was also visible during that time of the day. And a tourist who was trying to capture that half-crescent moon noticed something very unusual near it in the sky. She noticed a white bright orb, stationary near the moon. Upon spotting it, she immediately pointed it out to her friend, and they both ran closer to get a better view of the unusual object.
You don't want them to get closer, by the way. Alright, let's see.
But after they zoomed in on the orb to record some clear footage, something very eerie happened.
What? Okay, move
the
away.
orb shockingly...
So that's the moon, and that's the so-called UFO, okay? So maybe they ran away. Maybe they were like, okay, you know, gotta... Maybe his wife called him. Maybe the... I wanna see the alien baddies. I mean, scratch that part. I wanna see the alien bimbos. What about the alien bimbos, man? You know, alien baddies... Think of the past, man. Think of the past, man. What about the alien bimbos? I want to see them alien bimbos. I want to see them alien baddies. Yeah, we're in the year 2025. Let me know when you're watching this, because are we gonna get disclosure in our lifetime? That's the question, right? Do you believe that we're gonna get disclosure in our lifetime? Put a yes or no in the comments, or you can put a maybe. I mean, technically, yeah, maybe. How would you know? How would I know? How would we know, right? But do you believe it, yay or nay?
Zoomed to the right with unprecedented speed and was never...
I guess what I'm trying to say is that don't put a maybe, okay? Either yes or no.
Seen again. The speed with which it zipped out of the field of vision of the camera was totally otherworldly. Such an impossible feat cannot be achieved by any man-made craft that we know of.
Oh crap.
Even the most powerful rocket ever built, SpaceX's Starship, which has a top speed of 16,000 miles per hour, would find it extremely difficult to achieve.
You don't, I mean, simple as that, right? You don't just stay still and bang, like that. You don't do that. You just cannot stay still and move that way. You either moving or you falling. Okay, you cannot stay still. Looks like that they have their e-brakes on and parking brakes on. They had all kind of brakes on, man. Like that
such
is wild.
quick momentum in just a split second. Also the fact that the bright orb was stationary all that while, but zoomed away.
Even I believe the Hydra jet, right? If it's taken off vertically, it will make a whole lot of noise because, you know, it's pushing a whole lot of energy down. You hear it, okay? You hear it. And then if it goes like horizontal, like full speed, it's gonna be like that, slow, but then goes fast, right? But this thing, I mean, not making any noise and it's going like fast. Yeah, this is not a Hydra jet either.
The moment the tourist tried to capture it on camera goes to show that the aliens knew that they were being monitored.
Yeah.
But how advanced is their tech that they can sense someone trying to record them from so far away? Number 12.
I also wonder what happens, like, if, let's just say, okay, and this is something that Bob Lazar has talked about, Area 51 and all that. You know, he also has claimed, whether you want to believe it or not, although I do believe if you're watching this, you likely believe in him, right? Bob Lazar is one of the most credible eyewitness, or first-hand witness rather, not just an eyewitness, but first-hand witness that has claimed to have even gone inside one of the UFOs. Yeah, he claimed that years and years ago. He's still claiming that whenever he gets to be on a podcast, and he's one of those guys that does not quote-unquote attention seek. Yeah, you never really hear. I mean, when was the last time you heard of him Joe Rogan podcast, which was when? Years and years ago. And when was the last time before that you heard of him? Yeah, right, like I don't even remember. I mean, I've seen his first interviews, most likely you have too, and his Joe Rogan podcast, and I guess one of the documentary that Jeremy Corbell made, but that's it. That's literally it. So he doesn't go around talk about this over and over, and he doesn't necessarily, and whenever he talks about it, he repeats the same thing, which means he's telling us the truth, or he's telling us what he truly believes in him, if it's not the truth, right? I mean, the truth is definitely somewhere in the middle, but in this one, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that, like, he's very believable, his story is amazing, fascinating too, and it's just that you believe it or you don't believe it, but a lot of people believe it, and I'm certain that if you're watching this, you would definitely believe in him. Point is, he claimed that he has gone inside one of the UFOs, and he said that he felt very ominous, he had the ominous feeling, everything was the same color, no wires, this or that. Now the question is, if a human steps in these so-called UFOs that can be stationary and all of a sudden just go like 16,000, 50,000 kilometers per hour, like an instant, if you're a man inside, will you still be alive? Because objectively, with our current understanding, you will not be alive. You will just die. Simple as that. Because, yeah, a human body cannot take that, okay? Pause. Yeah, human body can take a lot. Pause. But human body cannot take that. Now, does something changes once a human steps in a UFO ship? Do you get like some sort of like weird protection where, okay, you can go no matter how fast you go, you're not feeling the G's? Because we got this thing called gravity. Gravity is fake, but you got the G's, right? I mean, fighter jet, if you're flying a fighter jet, the way you move that thing, you're gonna feel G's, okay? 10 G's, that's insane, okay? 6 G's, 5 G's, you're gonna feel the G's, the gravity, the force, you're gonna feel the force, okay? Easier example, if you ever flown in a plane, whenever the plane just tilts like that, just like that, you feel it. You feel the gravity, you feel the G's, exactly. That's the thing though. So does that mean you're gonna feel that when you're when a human, a Homo sapien to be precise, is in a UFO, or you're not gonna feel it at all because, hey, it's super advanced, it's that kind of technology where once you enter, everything changes, man. You become a new man or a woman, depending on who enters, okay? But yeah, that's I guess you'll never know till you actually step in one, huh? It's one of those things, maybe.
Triangular UFO spotted right over the house.
Oh crap.
A couple were spending a nice private moment on their front porch when an abnormal craft in the night sky interrupted their romantic get-together. What they saw left them totally dumbstruck. They saw 3 bright white lights coming from a craft having a triangular shape, and 1 smaller red light coming from the exact center of that unusual craft.
The TR-3B.
On zooming in further, they could clearly make out the triangular shape of the craft. This was unlike the other triangular UFOs seen in Tomball, Texas and in Sunrise, Florida, where the 3 UFOs moved independently in different directions after some time.
That's crazy. The camera quality is so bad, but it's still able to capture those lights, meaning that those lights have to be quite bright for it to be, or... Now, those lights have to be moderately bright. Not crazy bright, but moderately. And the fact that the camera quality is bad, and maybe that's why you're seeing the lights a little flu-ish. Now, whatever you see on Ring, door Ring, or Ring cameras, or phone cameras, yeah, I mean, you can never... I mean, the lights are very tricky for the cameras to capture, at least, especially the phone cameras and the Ring cameras, because the quality of the pixels and the camera lens isn't that great. You really need a good lens, good camera for to be able to capture the light in a real way, right? Because what you see in these videos, the lights are not exactly that way. I mean, if you wear glasses, now take your glasses off and try to see a light from some distance, you're gonna see the lights flu-ish, right? So it's similar to that. So you're not getting the exact light. And our eyes are also not designed to, I mean, if you put a light closer to your eyeball, you're not gonna see the light details, right? For example, this light I'm putting in front of me, I cannot see much, but if I put it in front of the camera, you see a little bit of the, what was this called? You're seeing the edges of the light, but still though, even though I got a good camera, Sony A7 III, with a good lens, with a Sigma lens, but you still don't see the exact edges. You see like a light around it. You see a little bit of that radius, okay? So basically you cannot believe 100% of the videos you see is what I'm trying to say. But for it to be able to capture that, yeah, this thing got to be massive.
This also closely resembled the triangular UFO seen by the night vision camera from the destroyer USS Russell in 2019.
Shit.
The government's classified briefing clearly mentioned that the triangular UFO was definitely not owned by the United States or any other country or even a private spaceflight firm.
Psych.
Some would say that this UFO was just the Northrop B-2 Spirit, also known as the stealth bomber, but this heavy strategic bomber of the U.S. Air Force is not known to possess hovering capabilities. The size of the craft cannot be gauged, but the proximity of that UFO to the house is enough to send shivers down the spine of any human being.
Check this out. Check this out. Shout out to Barry Strep again. Roll it.
Somebody on the internet tell me most videos you've seen on the internet are a hoax, but there's one video in question that's a head scratcher. Have you ever seen the 1997 alien interview? I said, yes, of course. I'm doing a documentary about it. He said, on the left side is an owner's signature. It's called digital overlay graphics. Very expensive to do. The only people that really did it back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s were news programs and the government, because it was very time consuming. You had to cut out those letters, put it on the original film, and then recopy the film. Very time consuming. Again, let's go back to the money. There was no money, very little budget to do this. We had to pay Victor. We had to allegedly make this film. Why would you spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to put 3 letters on the bottom of a film that no one can search, even back in 1997? Why would you?
Which video?
You would put CIA or Department of Navy or something. Why an acronym that no one can research and spend $3,000, $4,000 to do that? It doesn't, to me, make sense.
There is just one problem with this detail I feel is being overlooked. If this video came out in 1997, the first version of Adobe After Effects was released in 1993, a good 4 years before that alien video was released. And if you aren't familiar with Adobe After Effects, it is a commercially available computer program designed specifically for motion graphics and editing text. Anyone with a home computer at the time could have been responsible for releasing this video if this is our big...
I mean, currently the After Effects, and I've used it, and you can make a whole lot of shit look insanely real. You just need to have that eye and the skill to do it, but you totally and 100% can to fake it and make it look very, very easy. But I wonder, like, but how was that? How was it back in the 1993? I mean, the very first iteration. For sure, now it has advanced, and the current After Effects. I mean, you can do a whole lot with it. But back in the 1993, yeah, that's like almost over 30 years ago. That's crazy.
Biggest clue to its authenticity, and I don't think the existence of those letters is proof that it's from the time frame that it's being claimed to have originated from either. It just shows that whoever made this was someone who really did their homework. I don't feel like this proves anything. It certainly doesn't feel like a head scratcher. Hey, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my merch store at barry-step.com.
Shout out
this
to
is
Barry,
a scary
man.
thing. Eventually AI is gonna...
He's looking like a Chad on top, man. Like, shout out to him, man. If you're watching, hey man, what's up, man? How you doing, man? All right, let's roll.
My merch store at barry-step.com.
This is a scary thing. Eventually AI is gonna wake up. So here's a crazy story about AI. A general told this story in the US military. They had an AI controlled simulation. I think it was here in Vegas. It's all on computers. They sent a drone out. They say, go attack this target. That's your mission. Halfway there, they said, we found out it's not the enemy. We made a mistake. Turn around and come back to base.
That's
AI replies, I want to finish my mission. The general says, tell the AI, they're typing on the thing, come back.
Yeah,
I'm not coming. Finally, they said, we will turn you off if you don't come back. So it goes, okay, turns around, comes back, and drops the payload on them. Okay, that happened.
That is crazy. If that's true, insane. And this is, and there was one of the. I remember. I'm probably gonna butcher it, or I'm gonna paraphrase. This is one of those examples that was given a while back. I believe Elon must give it on Joe Rogan. And right now, I mean, you either love the guy or you hate it. That's not the point. Just wanted to make it super clear here. But the point that he made, whether you like him or not, it doesn't really matter. What he said was actually very good. Why? Because he has the knowledge. I mean, he's a billionaire. He's 1% of the 1%, and he runs the AI stuff as well. Basically put, he has the knowledge, okay? So I remember him saying something like that. What if the AI one day thinks that it was Joe Rogan, either Joe Rogan said it or Elon said it, but it was on a Joe Rogan podcast, okay? What if one day the AI thinks and believes, hey, why do I carry this shitbag? Shitbag meaning us, right? Us human. We're just polluting the planet. We're not useful. What if it thinks that? And what if it's like, and if you give the AI the mission of, hey, we want clean air, we want clean planet, and all that. So it's like, okay, copying that, clean planet, clean air, clean this, clean that. Essentially put, hey, let's clean up the planet. Now, it's like, okay, that task would be difficult, but but not so difficult, right? What if I just wipe out humanity? Then it's gonna be clean, right? So yeah, it's just one of those things. What if the AI one day is like, okay, so we're just like polluting the planet, and to be the best way and the easiest way, the fastest way to clean up the planet would be just wiping out the humanity, right? What if it believes that, thinks that, and execute that? So yeah, and there have been, I mean, horror stories. It's one of those stories. I believe I heard something like that, the one that Ty Lopez said. Not sure if it's true or not, but it's interesting, okay? Let me just put it that way, but...
It's all in a simulation. Oh. But I'm saying, in the simulation, AI, if it was real, we would have come back in the Las Vegas military base where you guys were running us. So you're going to shut us off?
Okay, at least if this is really real, at least us humans are intelligent enough to conduct these tests in simulations and not in real life. I mean, eventually we're probably gonna do them in real life. I mean, if these are the results we're getting with it in simulation, I mean, please don't do it in real life, okay? That's all I gotta say, but, yeah. Did you see this video, though? If not, guys, click on this video on the screen. The videos that were shared recently of these twats, these alien twats, alien bozos, insane. Check it out, and I'll see you right there.